Hello everybody, this is Kaizen here, and welcome to another episode here on our tutorial Let's Play series here in Survival Minecraft. Today we are on 1.15.2, it's only just come out, so that's really cool, and I'm excited to be carrying on with today's episode. Just to say, I did a couple of streams, if you guys missed them, where we found the stronghold, and we also fought the Ender Dragon on stream, which was so cool. I want to give a shout out to Famke and Ryan, who gave me some super chats during that stream. It was incredible. Thank you very much to both of you. And I'm going to be doing stuff for my patrons, including Fam and Ryan, and anyone else who does super chats on this series very soon. So stay posted for that. Now, today we're going to be looking to explore the end cities now that the dragon's dead, and we're going to get ourselves some cool loot. And one of the obviously the big things is Elytras, right? We want to get them. So right here, we're at the start town. I wanted to remind you guys of how early game I said about planting sugarcane because we need it later. It wasn't just about bookshelves. It's also for the rockets, guys. So that's why I highly recommend you do this at the start. That was episode 0. Also, over in our base, which is kind of over this way-ish, we did, in fact, build a mob farm. And we got all kinds of mobs in there, everything but spiders and endermen, essentially. And the creepers are so useful. And for the gunpowder, again, you're about to see why. Because at the start of this episode, I'm going to go into exactly what I'm taking with me to explore those end cities. And you'll see the rockets and stuff. And just wanted to say, that's why I recommended this stuff. So it's all part of the bigger plan. If you did miss any of these episodes, you can catch them up, and you'll find them on my channel without too much problem. But for now, we're here and now. Let's jump into today's episode and get on with exploring those end cities. Okay, guys, so here we are. We are all kitted out, geared up, and ready to go into the end and head towards those end cities. So basically, I did some streams where I was preparing to sort of find the end cities, or find the end first, of course, with finding this stronghold. And then we also did the dragon fight, which was kind of impromptu. We did that on another stream as well. Those streams went really well. They're on my channel if you guys want to watch them. Thanks to all who attended. But today is the bit where we go and get all of the loot. And I am so excited to get this done. I have no idea how much to tell you. Like, it's basically been the thing I've been rushing the whole game, is to get this sorted out so that we could get a ton of good loot and elytras and stuff, just to make everything else a lot better and be able to make better videos for you guys with all the tutorials and stuff that I want to do. So what I thought I'd do today, though, is start off by talking a little bit about what gear I recommend taking to the end. And you can see everything we've got here. This is depending on circumstance to a certain amount. Like, for example, all of these arrows, you could just take one arrow if you had, what's that enchantment called? I can't even remember. Infinity on your bow, right? The Infinity enchantment. But I don't, so I've taken a good few with me. I do recommend taking arrows. They're certainly very useful for the fights. I've also got a lot of fireworks on me. Again, more than I need. Some are for Flight Duration 3, some are just 1. I took more of the 3s. That's obviously for exploring. They're quite useful. That's when we find our first elytra, so that's going to be super useful. If I had an unbreaking book, I would have taken that as well to use that on the elytra. That's really useful little tip there, guys, because then it will last a lot longer. You don't have to worry about the durability so much, but unfortunately I don't have one. So need to get that sorted out. Loads of building blocks to get us up to the first end city, where we can get the elytra, of course, from the ship. Shields, pretty self-explanatory, so for when we are fighting shulkers. Now, an ender chest and normal chests. So the ender chest is something that's useful to take, but not essential, because you can find them on the loot. Well, not in the loot, but they're just in the end cities, right? So you can use them that way. I didn't bring Silk Touch, but obviously if you want to bring it back with you, you need to. But if I find an end chest in an end city, I can put it in there. But if not, I can use that to store all of my loot and stuff without having to get rid of anything. As for the chest, well, once we start killing shulkers and getting the shulker shells, we can make shulker boxes, of course. And then we can carry loads more in our inventory without having to worry. The food, obviously we're going to be fighting a lot of shulkers, so you guys want to take a lot of food with you. Maybe some potions and golden apples as well, depending on how confident you are at PvP and that type of thing. Water bucket's always good in case you fall off and you don't have ender pearls, which is basically what I use them for as well. Not just the island hopping, but also if you get knocked off and you're falling or teleported or whatever with the shulkers, you can use them to get back to the ground without taking too much damage. Obviously, you want as good as armor and sword as you can get. That kind of goes without saying, I guess, but just to mention that. And I think that's just about everything. And obviously, like a pickaxe is always useful to make your way through things. But I think that's just about everything I would recommend that you take. But if you guys have some suggestions as to what you think people should take, then go down to the comments and let me know and let everybody else know. One final thing, I do have a little chest here, just dumping stuff before I went through. So just to explain why that's there. But let's jump in to the end. Okay, so I forgot that my portal sounds are really loud. So that's why I just did a little cut there. There's where we spawn in the end, though. We're up here now. Let's say the dragonfly fight was done on the stream that's on cam if you guys want to see that, so there's no dragon here. Now, as far as a pumpkin goes, if you want to take a pumpkin to wear on your head so the Enderman cannot see you, of course, that is something you guys may want to take, so I thought I would mention that. For me personally, I'm not too bothered. It doesn't really worry me too much. I don't mind fighting the Enderman, and I'm going to be probably fighting Enderman anyway to ensure that I get some more Ender Pearls. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that in case you guys want to take that. Now, we're going to go up through this one up here. And let's see what sort of spawn point we get over near the End City Islands. You know, I know a lot of you probably know this, but just in case I thought I'd show, if you're wondering how you get through here, there are actually two ways in the new Minecraft. You can ender pearl in, which is the classic way that most of you will know. Something some of you may not have thought of is you can set up a trapdoor here to put yourself basically into swim mode, right, and then get in that way. We're just going to use ender pearl because we've got some on us. But yeah, here we go. So this is our spawn point. So what I'm going to do is get my coordinates here. I recommend you take note of these in case you do need them at any point. Because I'm filming, I can just kind of do that. But we're good. We're ready to go. Now, at the moment, I'm just going to keep going until I find an end city. I definitely want to get some purple, and so we can start a purple farm back in the overworld, and also want endstone for the same reason. Oh, is that? Oh no, I thought I saw an end city already, so that was very quick. But at the moment, I don't have the shulker boxes or my ender chest set up, so inventory-wise, it would just be a bit clogging up. So for now, we're just going to keep exploring and really just hope that we get a bit lucky and see what we can do in terms of finding ourselves an end city. Okay, guys, just a little tip that I wanted to bring up and mention early on here. As I was bridging over here, I realized there's something I always do that you guys may not necessarily think to do. So essentially, two things. First of all, I put my dirt right next to my ender pearls. So as I'm shifting and building, if I do happen to fall, I can get to my ender pearls instantly, because that's the way you're going to save yourself, or at least try to save yourself. The other thing I do is I try and look at what's around me. So as I was walking across here, if we go back this way, you'll see that down there's a bit of an indent. So I know if I fall, I can aim for that. However, the difficulty being, when I'm shifting, I'm facing this way because I was building like this. So you want to find something the way you're looking. So that if you fall, let's get over here nice and safe before we talk about this more. Essentially, you can throw the ender pearl the way you're looking. So right over there's that ledge, of course. So I very quickly, after about 3 blocks, saw that there's ledges there. So immediately, if I get into danger, I know where I'm aiming, and I can instantly get to my ender pearl to do that. So just thought I'd mention that. It's a little tip that might help you, might save your life, and save you from losing, obviously, all of your items. Because that is a super scary thing that you're doing when you're in the end, particularly if you're on a server. Obviously on single player mode, unless you happen to slip and not be holding down shift, you're probably going to be good. Sometimes on servers, I think we've all been there, you lag, you fall off, and it's really annoying when that means that you die, but even more so if you die in the void or lava and lose all your items. So yeah, hope that helped some of you. I'm going to get back to doing my exploring and just keep doing little tips and updates like that along the way until we find ourselves a nice end city. Well guys, as I'm out still exploring for an end city, I found one of these things. Hopefully you guys saw that on screen there, a beacon. You can also see there though, there's the little portal thing that gets you back to your end world and allows you to get safely back to your overworld, of course. So just worth noting the coordinates of those as you go along. So again, I'm going to get mine on screen here. This is sort of close enough. I'm not sure what direction I'm heading, probably over there. But if you do need to escape at any point, that's obviously one way you can do it. Now, the other thing to mention, part of the reason I brought the ender chest is because basically at the end, I can put everything in there and then just jump into the void and die and go back to my bed where I will, of course, respawn. So that's another thing about having the ender chest that I don't think I mentioned before, but also ties in with why you want to keep your eye out for those beacon things. It'll be a coloured beacon. You can't really miss it in the end. It's pretty obvious when you see it. But just thought I'd mention that, seeing as I've just seen one. No luck with the end cities yet. We've been exploring for quite a while, but that's okay. They can be tricky to find, especially before you get your first Elytra. So I'm going to build over to here now, keep it looking, and hopefully next time we are speaking on camera is because we found one. Well, guys, we finally found it. There it is, our first end city. I don't think there's a ship with it, so I don't think we're getting an Elytra out of it. Which is pretty disappointing, I gotta be honest. Like, I really wanted to get that on the first one. Just makes exploring the others just so much easier. Oh, wait. Maybe I spoke too soon? Yes, I think I did. Oh, look at this. I think that is a ship, right? It's not normally quite so close to the end city, is it? But that's going to make things easier, actually, when we get up there. So, actually, that's really cool. I need to just run a second, because I've got these shulkers shooting at me. We got the achievement, which is cool. And we're going to duck inside in just a second. Just block that a sec. I know they're not really vulnerable when they are shut, so we're going to try and time this right. Let's get in here a little bit. Here we go. Oh no, it did get me. That's all right. We're underneath the lip, so we're good. So yeah, once I stop floating, we're going to go and check this out together, see what loot we get. Looks like we are getting an elytra, which I'm super, super happy about. It looks to be quite a small NC, which I don't mind for the first NC, as long as I get my elytra, to be honest. Now, parkouring up this thing is far from my specialty. If you're like me, you can cheat. You can jump up like this and place down your blocks along here like this if you want. Now, obviously it does waste the blocks, but they're not as important once you've got an elytra, which we're about to get. So another little tip here, if you don't like using parkour, you can do that. The other option you have is something I'm going to do in just a second, which is let one of these guys hit me. Particularly if you have yourself some ender pearls like I've got, you can get yourself to the top without too much difficulty. Now, do block the rest as you're going along, because it can hurt you a little bit and throw you off kilter a little bit, but this is just a good way to kind of get up when you're doing this. The good thing is when they start fighting each other, as they are there, I'm actually going to go down here because oh, hang on, I'm going to try. Alright, I guess we're going up here. That's cool too. Let's see what loot we've got. So a bit of gold and iron there, nothing too useful. Some cooler chance, but it's on iron. We've got some gold here and a fortune shovel and fortune 3 shovel. That's pretty good. Let's carry on heading up here. Alright, we're going to try and get our elytra pretty quickly here. So what I want to do really is I want this guy to just hit me. So I'm going to let him hit me with his little... I don't even know what these things are called actually, I just realised. So yeah, we're going to head up this way. I need to eat actually. That's definitely something you want to keep on top of when you're doing these explorations. But this is going to take me up enough to get into the ship. I should probably be blocking some of these now though. Alright, cool. So now we're going to just get ourselves down here a little bit. So with 2 ender pearls we can probably do this. Yeah, there we go. So now we're inside, we're safe-ish. We still got this guy at the back here to deal with. Let's just try and take care of him nice and quick. There's our elytra, it's right there. So close, but so far. We really want to just get this one cleared out and then we're nice and safe. Come on, dude. There we go. Alright, sweet. I always do that. Always accidentally turn them first. Anybody else? So we got ourselves an elytra, that's awesome. A load more gold, which is not too shabby. Oh, some diamond stuff here. These are pretty good. Those aren't too bad. Yeah, alright. So it actually might be time. Oh, I just realised I didn't bring a crafting bench. You know what? I had one on me and then I got rid of it. Which means we can't make a shulker box. Dang, because obviously we want the chest and then that either side, but it's not enough space in here. Alright, guys, crafting bench. You want to add that to things you take with you. What do I not need here? I'll leave you in there for a second, actually, while we figure some of this stuff out. So maybe we're going to change around some of our loot and get some things done. But I'm super happy to have the elytra. That's so cool. So now I'll probably just do some cuts of any time we find anything of interest as I explore this rest of this entity and then some more entities as well after this one. Alright, guys, as you can see, we're here at entity number 2, and there's another ship. Plus, it looks like a blooming big NC. I couldn't think of any word to use there, but there we go. Blooming is the word we went for. The less said about that, the better. But yeah, it's cool. So we're going to get another elytra, obviously, and a few more shulker shells and all that stuff. I have to say, it's taken me quite a while to get here to actually find a second NC. So I don't know if they've been like turned down. Oh, that's not bad. We're on 1.15.2 right now. So yeah, so I don't know if they've been turned down or what. But it just seems like they're more difficult to find than what they were in previous versions. But it's luck of the draw, could just be a thing. Now I didn't get the dragon head at the last place because it was right above the void. So this time I'm going to take a bit more care because last time I was like, oh, I should probably catch it, and I didn't. I didn't do what I'm doing right here, so I just kind of flicked it off and it went into the void, forever lost. But I definitely want at least one dragon head, right, to show that I've been here, and also they're just quite cool to use for decoration and stuff. Now this shulker box here is a bit of a pain, so we're just going to jump straight down here, and I actually kind of like to go into these things from the bottom, at least at the start. Now it's been a little while since I've landed with elytras, and I almost killed myself landing earlier, so got to be a bit more careful now. So we'll just keep going along here, we'll see what kind of loot we get, and we'll kind of go from there. Alrighty, I'm holed up in a bit of a corner here at the moment. We've got a couple of loot chests we're about to get. You may notice, if you're very perceptive, that I now have ender pearls on me. I stupidly came in here without any... Oh, mending. Nice. That's awesome. Mending on diamonds, always good. Also got some gold and stuff in there. Yeah, stupidly came in here without any mending on me. It was a pure accident. But beetroot seeds, I don't think I actually want those. Set up a little enderman trap outside just to kind of replenish those. It's pretty crazy in here, so I think I'm actually going to get out of this section real quick. And let's see where we want to go. I kind of been down there. I will check that out. Let's go down here for now. Yeah, this will do. So, let's just let that hit me. Let's go up here a bit. And I need to block some of these actually. And you know what? I'm gonna get my healing potion on me just in case, and start eating because sometimes it does get a bit hairy. But let's see. We're gonna head up here, and we want to get, I guess, as high up as possible, but without dying. Obviously, is kind of the game plan, and see what other loot and stuff we can get. Let's give ourselves a helping hand up here. All right, here we go. There's where I want to be. Yep. Yeah, we're up. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I haven't explored here yet, right? No. Okay, sweet. Let's say there's an emerald in there as well. So I just need to protect myself a minute, give myself a second to regen a little bit, and then see what we got. So protection, yeah, we're getting some good stuff here. 3 emeralds as well, always good. Unbreaking. Oh, now, is that sword not got... oh, wow, that's awesome. That's actually really useful for fighting the Enderman because I think I mentioned before, but the fire is just like a pain when you're fighting them. Alright, let's look at all these guys are going crazy at each other, which is awesome when that happens. We can now kind of take advantage of that, and we want to try and take out all of these in here. So basically, for those who don't know, essentially, when shulker shells, when they sort of shoot their balls, whatever they are, when they hit each other, they can aggro each other and fight each other, just like other mobs do. You know, you see skeletons fighting zombies and stuff like that, right? And we can take advantage of that when this situation happens like it has here. They're all fighting each other, they're all doing damage, they're not aiming at me. So we kill them all, and then we go down and collect all their drops. You can see there's a few shulker shells have dropped down there. I don't know where they was shooting from, but we can go down now. We should be pretty safe. So we're getting a good few of these. I've obviously already put some away. We've got 7 on us there. Oh, there's another dude here. Okay. I guess he was the last man standing against all the other shulkers. And he didn't drop a shell. Okay, cool. Well, getting some good loot, that's for sure. I could do a find in an ender chest, but if not, we do obviously have one on us that we can use to kind of get rid of some of our stuff because it is mounting up. But yeah, not bad at all. I'm going to keep going, and yeah, if we get any more cool loot, then you guys will be the first to know. Alright, so I think this might be the last room up here. What have we got here? Efficiency, and I'm breaking... And, oh, efficiency 5. Wow, that is a bit of a find, guys. I think it is time to put our ender chest down and say goodbye to it in the meantime, unfortunately. Yeah, I will keep that, so I'll put this away. But yeah, we're getting some good loot. You can see here all the loot that I'm getting. This is pretty awesome. 14 shulkers right now, so that's going to be helpful. We definitely want more than that, but it's still good. Lots of iron stuff as well. What was on these? These are pretty cool. I'm now wishing so much that I'd remembered to bring the wood and stuff that I need. I guess I can take these shields out. They're only 1 iron each, so if we lose those, not the end of the world, right? Keep our elytra safe, that's for sure. And yeah, we're just going to have to be kind of selective. Also, the fireworks, I can take those out if I need to, because we've got like good creeper farms and stuff, or mob farms get us gunpowder at least, and obviously lots of sugarcane as well, so we don't necessarily need that. Alright, what else could we take out here? Anything or nothing? It's kind of tough. I guess we'll take these out for the leggings. Also, this pick is actually really good and is going to come in handy. And fireworks, to say, they are disposable. We can make more. So this is kind of going to be it for this particular end city, I think. We've done all the major places, I think. The only one I'm not 100% on, actually, is the one over here. We may have done it. We may not. Let's have a little look. Now, oh, I'm out of ender pearls. Dang, that's not good. All right, let's just take off like this. It's a bit overkill, but we're going to fly around this way, land back on that roof, and see if we have actually done down here or not. If there's... Yeah, there's no shulker shells in here. We did here already. Alright guys, let's head to the next city. Well guys, it looks like my luck is changing because we found another end city with a ship really close by to the last one. So I was moaning about not finding any, and then I found 2 really close together like that. So that is awesome. I think our luck's changing. Let's see what sort of loot we're getting. Oh, just beetroot seeds, okay. Maybe it's not changing that much, but still we got the elytra and another shulker shell there as well, which is always nice. Now, I don't actually have myself any ender pearls on me right now, which is a little bit of an issue. I don't generally like to take these places on without ender pearls, so we might need to sort that out. I think actually what I need to sort out first, though, is, let's try and kill this guy right here, because he's going to be a pain the whole time we're up here. So let's get you, and not let you mess up this operation, because what we want to do is get ourselves another dragon head while we can. So what I'm going to do, this one I'm actually just going to destroy. It's fine, we can jump off after it. We're going to fly down here to safety, and what we're going to do is get ourselves some ender pearls. So I'm sure you guys know how to do this, but basically we're just going to make a little block up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be a 5 by 5, right? And then you just look at the enderman, they teleport to you, and you kill them. Very basic sort of enderman trap. But we're out of cobble, apparently. Okay. Did not foresee that happening. It's not too much of a deal. We can... Oh, we're not out of cobble. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we just look at all these endermen here. They'll all kind of come over this way. Well, they're supposed to. And I've got my looting sword, so I should get a good few of the ender pearls pretty quickly. So let me just do that real quick. It's just kind of what I did at the last place, but I did it off cam, and I thought, you know what? Maybe you guys want to see this. Just in case you're wondering how I got all those pearls, and in case you get stuck in the same situation yourself when you're needing ender pearls. So, I'm going to go get a few of those right now. Come back in, and we'll see what kind of loot we're getting in the end city just across the way there. So, with our ender pearls in place, we're going to go and attack this little tower right here, right from the top this time, I think. Very small end city, but it had the Elytra. So, at this stage, that is the main thing I want, is Elytra and Shulkers, and we can get plenty of them from here. So, let's see what sort of loot we're looking at here. That is a good... that's not too bad either, but, you know, it can be used for things. But yeah, not too bad. Diamonds are always good, as are saddles, and I am out of space. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of some of these shields. We don't really need them. Again, you know, 1 iron per shield. It's not the biggest deal. What we can do is fight some of these guys, right? So we get in the same situation here. A load of them are fighting each other. As you can see, they're all taking damage, and that is, of course, not from me. If you didn't know, you see how they're open as opposed to that's a closed shulker right there, and that's a closed. Now it's an open one. If you're going to shoot them with a bow, you need to wait until they're open for the bow to do any damage. So, again, a lot of you will already know that, but for those who didn't, it's just a little tip there, right? He's like baiting me into shooting him. Look, watch, he baits me in. Oh, he didn't close that time. Of course he didn't, because I was making a thing of it. Hopefully you guys saw the few before. But yeah, say, a lot of you will know that. But I like to give tips because, you know, this might be someone who's new out there to Minecraft, of course, watching my videos. So I try to, you know, give tips for everybody, hopefully. Where's all my shulkers gone? Is there none down here? Are you going to kill you? You didn't drop any, though. Did some of them get stuck on other shelves, maybe? Because this isn't very good at all. We normally would get, like, a few more than this dropping. Did any go down here? Man, this could be the worst yet in terms of drops. Let's see if we can kill... Okay, we killed him. Oops, accidentally drunk a potion of healing, I think. Or almost drunk it. I think we're good. So this was a really tiny NC. I'm just going to kind of break out here a second. But I think we're done with it. That was it, you know. That's all we kind of had. We can kill the shulkers down here. These are generally easier to kill because you just get stuck on the little ledge here and you can kill them. And as I say that, I mess it up. Generally easier to kill, right? Not necessarily always, but you know, I want tons of shulker shells for the shulker boxes because we're going to use a lot of them in our world for all kinds of storage and mechanisms like that for offloading items and that sort of thing. So yeah, the amount I've got right now isn't really enough, so I'm going to need to find some more entities for sure. Hopefully they're all as easy to find as that one. I could really do with finding another end chest to put items into. Actually, right now, I'd rather find some wood. To be honest, if I could find logs, I know you can't in the end, but we might have to cut our journey a little bit short in the end because we're running out of space and I don't have anywhere to put it. So I'm going to see what I do. We'll keep exploring though and see what we find. If I come across another portal, I might take that option and go back to the overworld and look at our loot from there. We can always come back. So as it happens, guys, I did actually fly into a portal soon after making that last clip. I didn't see any more entities around, so I think we're just going to have to leave it there for today's exploration. A little bit disappointed. I think we got 3 elytras in the end. It's not the end of the world. You see this one here is about to run out, and I want to get mending on the others before I fly around with them too much, really, especially given I don't really have the space to do it. So we're just going to kind of build up here, go back through this way, and here we are back in the end, of course, and then we'll jump back through our central portal here. My end right now is a mess. You can see there's just stuff everywhere. This is all from the dragon fight, so I think I need to clean up the end at some point, which I might do on stream potentially. I don't know how interesting that's going to be. The other thing, of course, we want to do is come back here and get the dragon egg, so we're definitely going to do that. I want to have a prominent position in my base for that, of course. So where are we? We're here. Okay, let's get some sleep in. And then I'll come back in just a second and we'll take a look at exactly what loot we got from that whole trip. Well, guys, I died again. I was literally just looking through my chest. Creeper came out of nowhere, blew me up. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This. Oh, the cows are escaping. No, wait, that's the worst thing. Don't escape, cows. Be good. Go back in there. No, no. Go back in, guys. No. We got one cow. Oh, no. This is such a nightmare. Oh, this is going to take such a cleanup. Look at it. I think this is the worst I've ever been gotten by a creeper. Literally. This is terrible. Look at all this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to clean all this up and then we'll look at the loot I got. And I'm going to have to somehow discern what was loot from the end and what wasn't. And, oh, this sucks. This sucks so badly. Oh boy. So guys, you really couldn't write this. As I was trying to clear up the mess that you just saw, a second creeper came along, blew up. It did not kill me, but it just destroyed so many of my items. I'm so sad, including my sword. I had a really good sword and it's gone. I'm really unhappy. It's so sad. You can see we're back here at the start of Town Place right now. It's because I had to get some blaze rods to get the ender chest built so we could look at actually what loot we got. Let's put this on. I mean, looking at this makes me feel better. Okay, this is not a bad amount of loot, including 9 shulker boxes, which is pretty good. That's essentially a hot bar of shulkers. We do have another sword as well, which is pretty good. But this is what we got. So in total, we got 3 elytras, as you can see here. And 2 dragon heads, which is cool. 4 diamonds, 3 emeralds, and this stuff. This, and this. So we've got a load of saddles and gold and iron. So, you know, it's not too bad. The creeper did get us. We lost a bit. But overall, I think we can safely say we're up on the deal. So I'm going to chuck all this up in here as much as I can. Anything I don't want to lose, I might need a sword on the way back. But yeah, whatever we want to keep hold of goes in there. And we're going to go... I mean, it's pretty safe because I'm going through the nether tunnels, right? The ones that we built above the nether roof. So we should be able to get back without too much of a problem. One thing I did want to check is where our silk touch pick is. So I'm not sure what I've actually done with that. I guess it's back at the other base. I could really have done with that right now to pick this up. But having said that, we have enough stuff. We just need to get some obsidian, which I can do. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, a very up and down episode. We've had some deaths, we've lost some items, but we've also gained elytras, which is so cool. We can fly around now, which is, you know, always awesome. I think as soon as you get to that stage of the game, it means something, right? It's like a whole different thing. And I could definitely do some advanced tutorials and stuff coming up. Like, you know, I really want to get into making like enderman farms and purple farms, all that sort of stuff. So I'm excited for the series, guys. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are too. But for this episode, that's going to be about all that I have time for today, and pretty much everything we wanted to do today. So as always, if you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like and consider subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. But for now, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.